What's going on, party people? Back to some more Babymonochrome action. This is a round 5 winners bracket match between Shedo and Rahul. Yeah, into the winners bracket. Here we go. So final 8 for winners bracket. Both these players make it on this far. Now, before I get into the video, I do want to address something from my last video, which was a match between Ambipongus and Winterbub. I have to apologize. I introduced Winterbub as someone who hasn't played a whole lot of Little Cup, which is false. They're new to Gen 5 Little Cup, and that is it. So, as they do have experience in other Little Cup gens, as far as I'm aware. So my bad. I'm gonna try to stay away from pretending like I know much about any of these players, because I really don't, other than where they're at in this tournament, how they've done in previous tournaments that I've covered, which isn't many. And yeah, so anyways, Rahul's been featured on the channel before, so welcome back. I think this is the first time I've covered a match featuring Shedo, which is too bad, because they made it this far. They must be a pretty good player to still be in the winner's bracket. However, one of these two players will fall to the loser's bracket after this match, so we'll see how it goes. So we got Shedo from our perspective, Rahul from the opposing perspective. Shedo bringing, both players bringing pretty standard teams, but pretty fun looking offensive teams for the most part. Maybe a little more on the balance side. Well, no, pretty offensive, honestly. Both players have a possible Shell Smash Sweeper. I wouldn't rule out Hazard stacking from that Omnimite though, but it could definitely be Shell Smash. We all know what Drifloon can do. This thing's basically always looking to set up an unburden boost and just kind of outspeed everything, but I guess it could be support with Aftermath. We'll have to see how that pans out. A Drillbur for support. This could be the Stealth Rocker for all we know, but it could also be maybe Scarf. Might just be Rapid Spin support. Who knows? An Abra. I do wonder if this is... Well, no, I guess you couldn't have a Sash broken either way. I was thinking maybe this thing could be like Life Orb if you got the Drillbur, but I don't know. We'll see what kind of Abra it is. A Mindfu and a Porygon. Porygon always a good Pokemon to have. And so is Mindfu as well. So there you go. Rahul bringing a couple similar Pokemon. You got the Mindfu and the Porygon and the Abra, of course. A Ghastly as well to kind of balance out that offensive core. Clamperl looking to Shell Smash Sweep 100% of the time. No other reason to use that Pokemon. That thing hits like a truck. And a Diglett as well. Maybe looking to eliminate something and make things easier for that Clamperl. However, yeah, I don't know. That thing might be looking to target like a Chinchou or something like that. But let's get into it. Let's see how this goes. So, Mindful lead from Rahul, Drillbur lead from Shedo. So this thing might be looking to set up rocks. Said Ops to get out of there, going to the Mindfu, take the knockoff. I think loses its a Violite. And then follows up with a high jump kick for 78%. Shedo just U-turning out of there, going into Drifloom. Switching to Porygon for Rahul there. Traces the Unburden as Shedo just clicks Acrobatics there, gets that boost, and then switches out and doesn't take advantage of the boost, knowing that Porygon could probably hit the thing pretty hard. In comes Mindfu, Rahul switching back into Ghastly, maybe predicting that, goes for the U-turn. Abra out here, able to outspeed the Ghastly, so Rahul switches into Porygon here to take the Psychic. That does a lot of damage. I don't know if that's Life Orb though. Just recovers that off as Mindfu comes in here. U-turns right back out. Back into Porygon, maybe expecting Rahul to switch there, actually, fearing a high jump kick. Porygon coming in to take the Thunder Wave, right back into Mindfu. Ooh, double Thunder Wave would have been fun there, but clicks T-Bolt instead. Rahul switching to Ghastly here on the knockoff. I think loses its a Violite. As Porygon comes in here to face the Ghastly and takes a Sludge Bomb, 28%, and then an HP fighting on the follow-up. As Porygon's actually packing the Psychic, so without a Violite, the thing's going to drop. In comes Clamperl, clicks Surf rather than setting up. That might have been the right play, maybe fearing a T-Wave. Abra switching in here rather. In comes the Porygon for Rahul to take the Psychic. Did that thing lose its a Violite? I'm pretty sure it did. No, maybe not. That's just a hard-hitting Psychic. Maybe this thing is Life Orb after all. I don't know. But Hidden Power Fighting is able to finish the job there. In comes Diglett to trap the thing. We're surely going to find out if this is... Oh no, I guess we won't find out if it's Sash, because they click Beat Up instead, and doesn't quite get the kill. Goes for the Psychic and knocks out the Balloon Diglett. In comes Rahul's Abra. Loses a speed tie, but hangs on with the Sash. and clicks Charge Beam there. No boost, unfortunately. In comes the Omnimite. Takes the Charge Beam. Is Omnimite sure is going to click Shell Smash? Yes, it does. So there's the Shell Smash click. And, man, this could be game here. Clicking Surf. In comes the Mindfu. Is this thing I Fake Out? Oh, no Fake Out, but it lives the Surf. And knocks the thing out with a crit payback. I don't think the crit mattered. Drillbur coming in here. Knocking that thing out with an Earthquake. Is this Choice Scarf? Or did it just... It might have been Speed Tie. Oh, there's a Shell Smash from the Clamperl. Okay, Rahul looking to turn this around here. Knocks that thing out with a Surf. We have Fake Out on the Mindfu. This could be the big difference maker. There's the Fake Out and gets the kill with the Fake Out. So there you go. Shedo bringing the Fake Out Mindfu was all the difference there in the end. So right on. Really goes to show you just how good of a Pokemon Mindfu is. Honestly, such a good support Pokemon. Really, with U-turn, Fake Out, Knockoff, high jump kick, you can run Drain Punch. Such a good Pokemon. And Shado's up 1-0 in this match. Let's get into game 2. Alright, here we go. Game 2, Shedo versus Rahul. Oh, Shado's already my boy, bringing the Larvesta. You know what's up. You know what's up, man. Larvesta is such a good Pokemon. Arguably the best Fire-type Pokemon in this tier. I'll take that to my grave, man. Larvesta. Yeah, also bringing an Abra, a Diglett. Again, another pretty balanced team, actually, this time around. I was about to call it offensive, but you got the Chinchou and the Porygon there to go along with the Ghastly. So, nice mix of offense and defense. Larvesta looking to switch in on some Mindfus, except Rahul didn't bring one. Rahul bringing just straight up balls to the wall offense. That's what I like to see, man. That's what I like in my little cup. You've got 2 potential Shell Smashers, though I'm thinking the Dwebbles probably hazards this time around, but we'll see. It is more often than not, I've noticed, at least in this tournament, from the matches I've covered. A Drifloon, which is looking to sweep, or at least put in a pretty big dent early in the game. An Abra, doing Abra things, just outspeeding, just hitting things like a truck. A Carvanha that can sweep, get a Protect off, get some speed boosts. And then a Ghastly, which is overall just a fast, hard-hitting Pokemon. So, yeah, Rahul bringing some real hyper offense here. And Shado's going to have to be really careful with how they utilize their Pokemon. Hopefully that is a Water Absorb Chinchou for their own sake. We'll have to see how this goes. So, tough matchup, I would say. Oh, really taking their time with the timer there. Oh, well, maybe not too bad, but yeah, let's get into it. Sorry. Okay, so we've got double lead from Rahul, Abra lead from Shedo, clicking Taunt there, so no hazards for the Dwebble. He's going to take a Psychic. Fires off a Rock Blast to at least break a Sash. Ooh, and that's all it's going to be able to do. Switches out to Carvanha here. Going to be immune to that Psychic. This Porygon comes in here, traces a Speed Boost on the Protect turn. Probably going to get right back out of there, which it does. In comes Dwebble. No T-Waves, clicks Toxic. That might be preferred if you're Rahul in this case. Maybe get up your Rocks here. In comes Larvesta before Rock, so it doesn't take 50%. Or whatever the damage calculation is there. Gonna knock that thing out with a Flare Blitz. In comes Drifloon. Ooh, big Flare Blitz. Was that a Choice Scarf Larvesta? It most certainly looked like it. Okay, so this thing just hitting like a truck. Big hit on the Shelter, but is Shelter just looking to sweep here? Oh, it might. Rahul might be thinking this is the opportunity. Icicle Spear should get the job done. Yep. I shouldn't say should. That was even close to being close. This is a Life Orb Shelter too, I'd like to add. In comes Diglett, threatening a Sucker Punch, but Shelter's packing the Ice Shard. So there you go. Porygon coming out here. Maybe takes a hit. Icicle Spear, I don't know. A crit will do it. No crit. Okay, well, Shelter's probably going to drop to a Psychic here, yep. But hey, put in a lot of work there. In comes the Carvanha. Going to get the Revenge Kill Dark Pulse and a Speed Boost here. That's a Life Orb Carvanha. In comes the Chinchou. It's either Water Absorb or bluffing the Water Absorb. Clicks Protect on the T-Bolt there. How does Rahul want to play this? Clicks Dark Pulse, maybe going for a flinch. Doesn't get it, and ooh, crit T-Bolt. I'd like to think that didn't matter. In comes the Ghastly. To be able to revenge kill with the Shadow Ball. Abra coming out here. Ooh, and forfeits. Okay. let's kind of analyze that. I mean, we didn't see an item. I mean, if... oh, yeah, I mean, I guess if that Abra's focus sash, then this is game. Most likely, anyways. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a way out with maybe T-Wave or a random T-Wave or something. Do we know if this Ghastly is Scarf or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. I mean, was that the first time the Ghastly came out? It was. Was it revealed that the Chinchou was Scarf? I don't know. I'm trying to comprehend the forfeit. I mean, it was most likely Rahul's game there. I think there's a piece of information I'm missing. Maybe it's confirmed that this Ghastly was Scarf or something like that. But and then Shedo probably thinking this one or knowing this one isn't. So I don't know. I might be missing something here. But either way, Rahul getting the victory in game 2. Let's get into game 3. All right, here we go. Game 3. Shedo versus Rahul. Let's get into it here. So Rahul bringing the same team back again for a second game in a row here. I really like this team, honestly. I feel like I've seen either this team or similar ones before. Just balls to the wall offense. Hell yeah, brother. Shedo, let me readjust this here. So Shedo bringing a different team here, bringing Hail. We got the Babymonochrome I'd like to highlight. We have a Porygon as well to go with the Snover. Again, another balanced team here, though. You got a Mindfu, a Natu to maybe help prevent hazards from getting up. Expect that thing to maybe try to be a way to deal with that Dwebble. Maybe we see some Rock Blast predictions, shenanigans early on. And a Diglett as well to maybe trap something. So Shedo looking for a bit of revenge here in Game 3. Let's get into it. Mindfu lead from Shedo. Dwebble lead from Rahul as expected. That thing clicks Knockoff on the Mindfu to maybe make things easier later. As Mindfu, interesting Dwebble, that's actually a slow Fu. Dwebble outsped there. Gonna get a big Rock Blast off here. This Mindfu clicks Knockoff, gets a Weak Armor activated there. The thing's still taunted, by the way, so we can't set up rocks. Switching into Drifloom here on the U-turn, good click rather than high jump kick. In comes Diglett. Rahul switching into Dwebble here on the beat up. It's gonna get a bunch of Weak Armor boost too, and it's gonna be able to outspeed the Diglett on the follow-up, if it lives, that is. Could drop if we see a crit. I can see through the text here. Yeah, Dwebble survived here. And says up the rock, so there you go. And it's gonna drop to an Earthquake after, so maybe it did its job. There's a Life Orb Diglett, by the way. Carvana switching out here as Diglett clicks sub, as Carvana didn't go for the Protect, actually go for the Dark Pulse there. Good play by Rahul there. In comes Porygon. I mean, the Protect's so obvious, you almost expect it. Crit on the Dark Pulse. Oh, I guess it wasn't a flinch because they didn't click. And is able to 2-hit KO the Porygon on the follow-up there. Carvana's very fast now. In comes the Apom. It's not going to be able to outspeed. Can Protect. Oh, on the Fake Out. Yep, good play, good play. And misses a Hydro Pump. That's unfortunate. And it's going to drop to a crit U-turn. Don't think the crit mattered. As a Life Orb Apom. In comes Snover here. Shedo using their timer. Ghastly from Rahul. Going to be able to knock that thing out with the Sludge Bomb. So not fearing a Choice Scarf here. In comes the Diglett. Unless that Ghastly's, of course, Choice Scarf. We have the whole debacle last game that I'm still a little confused about. Diglett clicking beat up on the Drifloom that is not able to KO. It will drop the Hail though. In comes the Shelder. Clicks Ice Shard rather than going for the Shell Smash. That might have been the play. Life Orb Shelder. In comes the Apom. This thing's looking to click Fury Swipes actually instead of the Fake Out there. As it's not going to be able to survive an Ice Shard on the Fake Out miss. That's unfortunate. Shedo on the receiving end of some unfortunate luck here. And the thing's gonna... Mindfu's gonna come in and take an Ice Spear here and drop to that, as Shelter might be able to get this win without even setting up. Yeah, it clicks Ice Shard here on the next turn just to guarantee the hit. It's gonna drop to a Psychic, but I mean, lots of different things come out here. Ghastly, that thing's gonna go for the Shadow Ball and just knock that thing out. So Yeah, a little bit of unfortunate hacks there for Shedo, but that's the game we play, man. That is Pokemon. Unfortunate, but it happens. But hey, at least Shedo's still in the tournament here. Fall into the losers bracket for... I don't know how this works. Maybe it's for round 7. I feel like round 6 is just gonna be losers. I can't quite remember, honestly. It's been a long day at work, so I'm amazed this recording's turned out as well as it has. But be sure to stay tuned for more Babymonochrome action. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. And thanks for watching. Peace.